what kind of response should we expect from the countries that have received the cable?
I think they're going to politely tell him to mind his own business while appearing to, not be too strident about it. Of course, this is a cable to U.S. Representations around the world to report on how countries are handling migration and to basically amplify any cases they find of migrants committing crimes and making trouble for these countries, to build the narrative that migration is bad. Look, it is very ironic that this attempt to quash migration internationally is being carried out by the U.S., a country almost entirely built on migration, a country that speaks English, and a little bit Spanish because of migration. It's almost comically hypocritical and absurd. On the other hand, Trump's crackdown on illegal migration coming from the South is one of his few policies in the U.S. that's popular, I think. Maybe not the brutality of ICE and some of the more outrageous aspects of it, but the idea that one should police one's border and that a Western country has no particular obligation to let in the rest of the world is indeed popular. This is a case where I think all sides are being a little bit economical with the truth, shall we say. The anti-migration forces around the world exaggerate the degree to which migrants commit crimes and underestimate the degree to which they help the economy. In many cases, the reason Europe originally had massive migration after World War II is because of labor shortages in Germany and other places. But on the other hand, the so-called progressive forces around the world that seem to be acting as if any attempt to limit the inflow of migrants from the developing world is necessarily racism, that's a lot of nonsense also. I mean, it is quite possible that in many countries, people want to maintain their culture and are willing to pay a price, an economic price, for keeping out migrants in significant numbers, in particular in Europe, where we're really, to a great degree, talking about Muslim migration. And a lot of these communities are illiberal by nature, and Europe wants to maintain its liberal society. And it's confronted with with a rather amusing paradox. Can you be liberal with illiberalism? Is it liberal to demand that people coming in with extremely conservative religious views that are in some ways antithetical to European views convert or assimilate? That doesn't sound so liberal. No one really knows what to do about all this. But without a doubt, this American cable so brazenly interfering in other countries' business, essentially it's another case of a dog whistle towards Trump's nativist base, just to let them know that he continues to be opposed to immigration and, in general, continues to be loyal to this nativist, inward-looking, hyper-conservative worldview.
All right, I'll leave it at that for now. Thanks, Dan, for joining us here at NewsX World.